No. Bro Plata, where black people and white people talk nonsense. Man, Sam, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. I really am. I apologize.
Especially the shirtless part, bro. Like, your eyes don't need to see that.
We went. I heard you guys are all swingers at the beginning, and you started talking about. Yeah, then I saw the shirtless thing. I said, "Oh man, maybe."
I will not apologize for the shirtlessness. All right, look, this is a good-looking man. If you don't think so, then you're a bigot. You're a bigot.
Hey, when you got it, flaunt it.
Exactly. He knows. He gets it. Well, what it was if I said I'd do the show shirtless, if sorry, Ray, if Strickland beat Adesanya, and because I didn't think it would happen, and then I had to do the show shirtless, so that was for me.
I made so much money on that fight, and I called it to a T.
Oh,
me too.
That
fight was amazing because of how shocking it was. Like, and to know every single round that Tim was coming closer and closer to being shirtless on the show made me happier and happier as the fight went on.
You didn't remember. I had to tell you that I didn't make that belt.
To, like, go back and watch it. Yeah, shirtless. But ladies and gentlemen, we're Bro Plata, and we have Sam Alvey. And we can actually say this. We have a world champion on our show for the very first time, as this man conquered the karate combat heavyweight world.
Yes, sir.
And that fight, man, that fight was tits. Like, I loved watching you. Your strategy was great. I think a lot of people are going to start using where you just laid on him against the incline and just started pounding him because he technically wasn't grounded. Yeah. You just stopped him. And
I invented it right then and there. It's now mine forever. For everyone that does it from here on out, they can credit me for it.
Yes.
Well, that's the advantage that the MMA fighters are going to have against the pure kickboxing guys in that sport is that they can triple them, and you get 5 seconds. And like every time, you use your 5 seconds to the fullest every time, man. Was that the strategy coming in?
Yeah. No, so one thing I knew I knew I'm good and all that, but the one thing I knew I was better than him was I spent my entire career punching people on the ground. He hasn't. Everything they've done for their entire career has been stand up, be fast, get the points, try and hit them when you can hit them. I've never had to do that before. And so I get that 5 seconds. I'm taking all 5 of them.
What was I going what was the first thing you did with the belt after the show was over? Did you like toss it in a pool like the Stanley Cup? What did you do with it?
No, I went to the hospital for 9 hours and just didn't take it off. I broke my hand. I broke this hand. It was just cleared a few days ago. I broke this hand in the 3rd round. I did the H-bomb, or the A-bomb, we're going to call it from here on out. Just before I did that, I dropped him. I broke it when I dropped him. I caught him just on the top dome, got that little boxer fracture, dropped him through the H-bomb. But, I went to the hospital afterwards, and I just laid in the hospital for like 9 hours.
Did you have to get an MRI? Did they make you take the belts off?
No, no MRI. X-ray. No, they didn't. I was surprised, but no, they didn't.
Just refused. Like, I'm not taking this off. I was going to ask you because I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure it out before the fight, and I couldn't figure it out watching the fight. But I know it was in Vegas, but what venue was that at?
The World Exchange something or other. It was a smaller venue, but Karate Combat always does the smaller shows because they're growing and they do most of their stuff online. But it was really it was a big. I mean, it's big for us to be able to warm up in the back, and they came out and there were so many people there. It was outside of their show when I was fighting for them in the Dominican Republic, which that show was 3,000-4,000 people. This one was the biggest show they've ever had to put on. I like to think I was the main reason for it.
Probably. Who are the guys who fought after you? I don't remember those guys.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's someone.
Titus, something like
one
that.
of them was retired.
Titus and Henderson. All right. Where are you right now, Sam? It looks like are you at a train station? It looks like you're hanging out by the public restrooms.
My kids are in wrestling.
Oh, okay.
My kids are in wrestling right now. They're in. I'm in a. I don't know, high school somewhere.
School,
yeah.
Nice.
So my kids are in the gymnasium doing wrestling practice for the next hour and a half, and I'm here talking with you. Actually, just as I was coming out, I set my alarm to remind me it was happening. One of the coaches came up and said, "Hey, Carter over there. He wants to. He thinks he can take you. So as soon as I'm off with you, I'm gonna go grapple a high schooler.
Yes. Making content, son. I like it.
Can you set your phone up? I'd like to see that, actually.
Yeah.
I might have my kid record it.
That'd be cool. Well, does it happen a lot at these matches? Because you figure a lot of people who are wrestling fans and have kids in wrestling might be fight fans. You get a lot of people coming up to you and wanting pictures and stuff like that, like recognizing you.
Often enough. There's something about me being just a big smiley ginger dude. I stand out, so I'll get it. Usually, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 times a week from various places. I got it earlier today. I was at Aldi's, and some guy said, "Smiling Sam?" I said, "Yeah, how's it going?" So I took he didn't have his camera, so I said, "All right, I'll take a picture and I'll post it on Instagram." So I got to post it yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if you see someone, a fighter, in the wild, you got to think, are they the approachable kind? Obviously, you are. They're not all like that. I don't know if I saw Sean Strickland in the grocery store, I would talk to him, especially this one.
You should. He loves his fans almost as much as I do.
Nice. I believe you. I haven't ran into that situation yet. I hope I do.
I just have one question regarding the main event of 297, if I could.
Okay.
So I scored it. I know I know a lot of people are torn on the decision. I scored it 4-1 for Sean. I feel like in order to take a man's belt, you really have to make it clear that you're beating him. And if you don't get a finish, I don't see how that fight was clear for Dricus du Plessis. So, am I tripping or
I'm actually with you. I scored it 4-1. But if you say that on the internet, they scream at you. They know it's 3-2. But then half of them say that he won 1, 2, and 5, and then the other half say he won 1, 3, and 5. I thought he won both 2 and 3, and then 1 and 5, of course. The only round that DDP truly won was round 4.
Yeah.
What do you think do you think that the 2 takedowns that he had is what made the difference, or?
Yeah, judges are terrible. They don't know truly what it is to be a fighter. And normally, I am the guy that says, you got to score the takedown because it's exhausting getting taken down. But Sean, there was no control. I would say if you're going to get taken down, there has to be at least some control. There's nothing. I think there's one takedown Sean initiated in round 4 that Sean ended up on bottom. Count that one. That was something. Everything else it was a blast double. He had control, but Sean was just up immediately. I would have liked to have seen Sean strike off the get up. When he was getting up, he just shoved him away. I would have liked to see Sean tag him a little bit, but I wouldn't have scored it enough to change the round. I didn't think the round was close enough to have a takedown change it.
No, and that's what you just said, Sam. Strickland Strickland made sure to just get up as quickly as he can. And do you think that's going to be a thing? I mean, we have Chris Lieben now that's a judge. Do you think like MMA fighters are going to start as they retire sprinkling in as judges, and we're going to get a lot more even stuff? Or do you think that we're just going to get Adelaide Bird over and over again?
I'm one of the guys. I don't think retired fighters will make any better a judge than a judge. They might be great fighters. There might be good judges or great judges. Fighters get stuff wrong too. I think the scoring criteria is all messed up. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what you're supposed to score. I do think if you're going to be judged, you should train or have trained for a long time, which a fighter would be there for. But me for jiu-jitsu, if I'm arm barring someone and they don't tap, it's nothing more than control. It's not a submission. It doesn't hurt if you're not tapping. If you're getting guillotined, if you're getting rear naked choke, it's not hurting. If it hurt, you would tap. So jiu-jitsu, I think, is overscored in MMA. And they overscore it because for so long wrestling was so dominant. So now they're trying to take away from wrestling unless Sean Strickland's fighting. And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Is the criteria of what needs to be scored is just nobody knows. They kind of say it, but it's not. It's who do you think won? Pride did it best. Look at him at the end of the fight and see the judge who won.
Yeah,
I think one does that too. They do the whole fight, I believe. They don't score rounds.
I think that would be the way to do it. It would change everything. I mean, it would change everything. You'd have a lot more boring round 1s and a lot more really intense round 3s. But it I think it would be a more fair and easier way to score as well.
Yeah, every single judge I've ever talked to says something different about what they look for, and I'm like, well, that's not good. I'm not saying any of them are wrong, but I'm just like, I feel like you should all be on the same page. I feel like you should all have the same answer to that question. But,
yeah, they should. And at the end of the day, it should be. Now, they don't say damage. It's effective striking. And I actually talked to a judge about why that is. They said it's called effective striking because there's a boxing match. I believe they said it was in New York, and the guy got messed up. And they sued the commission because damage was the criteria, and they won.
Yeah.
So they changed the wording. And all they mean by effective striking is damage, but they can't call it damage anymore.
No.
Well, I know it was his first title defense, but the fight was so great. Do you think it warrants an immediate rematch? Because looking at the contenders coming up, I guess Cannonier is the only one who is a viable contender. Other than that, Khamzat, I saw pictures of him recently on the internet. He doesn't look too healthy, so I don't think he's going
to. Yeah. I do think it should get a rematch, but Sean's my friend, so I'm very biased. I thought he won the fight. I think everybody thinks he won the fight, except DDP. And power to DDP. I actually like the guy. I think he seems like a really legit champion persona. But yeah, who's next? Cannonier, maybe. You get Izzy again, but again, I don't think Izzy's deserved it. They just want the fight, Africa versus Africa. But Izzy's lost 2 of his last 3 fights. He doesn't deserve it. I would like to see John. Khamzat has done nothing to deserve a title fight. Khamzat has hardly done anything to deserve a top 10 fight. And so I don't think he should get it.
I have another idea. How about a champ match between him and Pahea at 300, UFC 300? Wouldn't that sell, you think?
Oh, I'll bet you it would. I don't know. I think DDP loses that one. I think his striking is way too sloppy. If Sean's was too sloppy to get to. And that's funny. I think Alex is the most overrated champion in UFC history. I think he is a terrible champion because he has no ground or wrestling. And but he keeps beating people, so I must be wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, though, if he keeps winning. Like, the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I thought he lost to Jan. I do think he lost to Jan. I think that was the biggest robbery of the year was Jan losing.
Do you want to play this game?
I had something and I lost it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry. Last time we were here, we played a really stupid game. We played match game with you, and we wanted to bring it back.
Yeah, let's do it. Did I win last time? Did I win?
No. Yes, you win.
Yes.
You win. You're always the winner.
Okay.
Yeah, you're always the winner. No. We try to play against each other.
Sam Alvey is. Also, I want to talk to you about something after the game that's somewhat internet related, and it's the fact that I woke up one day, and while we're waiting for Pulse to get back, I woke up one day to a short of you at a Michael Knowles event in Nashville, and I'm like, oh crap, it's Sam Alvey. I'm like, what was that? Just going into like a Daily Wire event like that, and just being like, "Hey, Michael, like, did people recognize you and be like, holy shit, it's Sam Alvey at this?" Or
they did when I started talking. When Michael knows, I've messaged into a show before with the voice. So he said, "Oh, Smiling Sam." It was like 2 or 3 times he's read my comment or heard my comment online. So he introduced me to the crowd. And then the crowd, I took like 10 photos after that. Like people were really interested in it. And actually, awesome. Michael and Olsen, we now have each other's phone numbers. I texted him after I won my karate combat belt. I said, "Hey, by the way, bro, I won." And the next fight, he says he wants in my corner. He says he wants the offer back. He was going to India the day that I fought, so he couldn't be there. But he said, "I want in." I said, "I'll get you there." So my next title fight, I plan to have Michael Knowles be in my corner.
Do you know, and it's not a bad thing, I consider this sort of a badge of honor. Do you know how many hate messages Karate Combat's going to get from just whiny people? It's going to be fantastic.
We have been told that good comments, bad comments, any comments are good comments. Let them. It helps everything.
And it's mostly bad on this show, so at least there's that. At least we got that going on.
We're still waiting on Pulse. You don't know where he is? Okay, well, we'll wait for him because we can't do this without him. But when you, in your post-fight speech or the interview, Did you say your wife was going to fight? What did you say? I couldn't quite hear what you were going to say.
My wife is going to be Karate Combat Champion 2024. And then my other corner, Chase Peel, we're going to make him Karate Combat Champion 2024. We're going to get them both in. My wife's never fought before. She's trained with me my whole career.
What?
And she's just, we've had a lot of kids.
Yeah. Why do you not have a TLC show? I feel like you have enough kids and you're both fighting. So I feel like that's absolutely should be a TV show. Like somebody
we may or may not be working on something. I'm not at liberty to say right now.
Called it. Look at this.
Yeah.
Then Post disappeared again. Where is he? Is he all right?
Phone call.
Okay. Phone call. All right.
He's a busy businessman. He's like our Sam Alvey with his food truck. By the way, plug that food truck real quick for us, Sam.
Oh, yeah. We are the Food Fight Truck. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. I'm actually going to work here later tonight at the Yoplait factory.
Yoplait. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, we got third shift tonight.
Oh,
nice.
That's cool. Just waiting for him.
Yeah. I'll be out there, and during their lunch breaks at 2 a.m. So I'll be there to serve them the deep dish pizza.
You go.
Yeah.
You take your food truck out there at 2 a.m. When do you sleep, bro? Do you sleep?
It's like upside down. I'm like a vampire.
Nice. I also have to ask you, with the format of like Karate Combat the way it is, and having and you coming from the UFC, which has the crowd a little bit more farther back from the cage itself, what was it like being in that arena with like Alexander Volkanovski on the wall and like all these people just like in you guys' face the entire time? What was that like? What's that like performing for?
You just hear the crowd, and the UFC Apex Center. Everyone hates it. Every fighter hates it. I mean, we hate fighting there. It is. We want to be on not there any chance we can be because the crowd sucks. You get there, and it's like 200 people who are richer than I'll ever be, sitting there watching me, fight. I hate it. This is such an intimate event. I mean, there are probably 500 people there, and then some real big names, and it was just a blast. You could hear all of them. I couldn't hear my corner worth nothing, but I could hear all the fans.
You just hear Robin Black off in the distance yelling about something.
Bing, bing, bing.
Boy, I'm telling you, Sam Alvey is going to be one of the best fighters in Karate Combat, guys. But Pulse is back, so let's do match game real quick.
What this is if you watch the crappy show from the 70s, the hilarious. Oh, come on, it's lovable and crappy. Just
you
like
Gene
you, Ray.
Rayburn. You love Gene Rayburn.
Everyone does. I wish I had a Gene Rayburn skinny microphone. Anyway, we're gonna ask him some match game type questions. And some of these are pretty corny, but we're all three playing against each other to see if we can guess what Sam's gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just tell us your answer. We already have our answers down. The first one is pretty easy. It's pretty quick. It's a fill in the blank. Young blank.
Frankenstein.
Ooh. Way off. I said blood. I went blood. Young blood.
I went Young Guns after one of the best movies of the 80s.
That probably would have been my second choice.
I also won a movie. I was going Young Einstein from the 90s.
Oh, we end in a sign, so I think he wins.
No one wins. No one wins. Get out of here. All right. Number two. You probably have some good answers for this one because you have kids. But what is the greatest animated movie of the 21st century? So since 2001.
Yeah, greatest animated movie. It might be Into the Spider-Verse Part 2.
Oh, man.
I said The Lion King, so I was off.
Lion King, that was 90s, number one, unless you're talking about the second one. But even then, that's a remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What'd you get, Ray?
I said Encanto.
Oh, I'm sorry. Encanto, sorry.
That would be way up there on that list, too. That might be my number two. That movie, I didn't expect to like that movie so much. And like my kids had to use the bathroom in the theater and said, no, you're holding it. We're watching this.
I'm waiting for you to walk out to We Don't Talk About Bruno. Let's see that now. You're all wrong, actually. The correct answer is the first one of the 21st century, I think. Shrek. The answer is Shrek. Oh, come on. Get out of here.
I've watched it too many times. I'm sick of Donkey.
You're like, screw Eddie Murphy. I can't do him anymore.
All right. There's 5 of these. This is the third one. If you had a choice to defend your title in any city in the world, which city would you pick?
You guys aren't going to get this. Mexico City.
Definitely didn't get that. I said Nashville because you're closest.
Nash will be good. What everyone else get?
I said Dubai because I figured everybody wants to go there just once to check it out.
I've been there. I fought there once.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't need to go back. It was great once.
I forgot about that. We have terrible memories, Sam. This show is not good.
Well, I fought in Mexico City twice, and I just loved it both times.
It looks like a fun city, really. I mean,
the crowd was into it. The hotels, the accommodations were just beautiful. The food was incredible. I just loved it.
Okay.
Can't drink the water, but besides that, it's great.
Yeah, can't drink the water.
What'd you have, Ray?
I said Dubai as well.
Dubai. That's right. I'm sorry.
Dubai.
Memories are terrible.
Yeah.
All right. We're all for so far. Okay. Here's a really corny 70s style one. All right. Whimsical Wendell created a new submission that changed MMA forever called the blank lock. Blank lock.
Is it? All right. It's the cock lock.
That's good. That's a good one. What'd you guys have?
I had Wendell's lock. I don't know. I just went basic bitch on that one.
What you Pulse?
I just said pop lock, like the dance.
Pop lock?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good. I was closest. I said taint lock. You gotta lock that taint up.
You were the closest.
Yeah.
You were so close. How'd you not come up with my word?
I don't. You know what? I don't know. Maybe I was having a tainty day. I don't know. All right. This is the last one, and we're all over so far. So it's another fill in the blank. The alien was so confused on Earth, it tried to communicate by speaking in blank. The alien tried to communicate by speaking in blank.
Trying to think of a funny answer. Realistically, it would either be French or sign language.
My God.
So we'll go with those.
Which one, though?
He said French sign language.
French sign language. Okay.
French or sign language. Probably. I'm going French.
French.
I'm in sign language.
No, you said French, Ray. You use sign language, Ray?
I have sign language, yeah.
How do you know sign language? I said interpretive dance. I thought that would be a good way to do it.
Yeah, I said Klingon.
Klingon?
Yeah.
Well, it's not Klingon, but yeah.
So we all went over. Good for us. So Sam wins. Sam kicked all our asses. Good job. Good job.
That's what always happens.
Thank you for playing that dumb game with us.
It was fantastic. So much fun.
Good.
Absolutely.
That's the point. You're the only one we played that with so far, but we plan on playing it with everybody, and I'm actually pretty excited for bad reactions to it. So
you have to keep that the submission question in there. See how many other people answer like me.
Well, probably. Well, next we're all going to say cocklock. So.
Yeah. What was it? I had a question and I lost it. I'm not even high yet, guys. This is terrible.
I have one. You just got cleared to fight again, right? Your hand's okay?
I got cleared to use my hand again.
Oh, gotcha. So, have you talked with Karate Combat at all about when possibly your defense will be?
No, I haven't yet. I talked to President Awesome last week, as he was getting on a plane. So we're scheduled to talk again this week. Just to we've got to renegotiate some stuff. At the end, it was the end of my contract, and so now we got to go for it from there.
Hey, the man. Who you gonna fight? Who they gonna find to fight you?
I'll fight whoever. Darren Till's the man that was on my tip of my tongue, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
There's some guys out there. I just said Roy Nelson. He's still fighting. Call Roy.
He's so big. He's huge.
Yeah, but it's fat. It's like fighting me. That's not really an advantage.
I just had a couple questions, if I could, real quickly.
Yeah.
The next UFC pay-per-view is 298, headlined by Volkanovski versus Topuria. In your mind, is there any chance that Topuria can pull off this upset, especially considering Volkanovski's coming off a first-round knockout loss?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Topuria. I am. Volkanovski is the better fighter, was the better fighter, but that was a big knockout. And he really is a pretty quick turnaround to be knocked out like he was and then to come back and fight. I do think before that knockout, I would have said Volkanovski all day.
No, he'll be fine, man. Just rub some Vegemite on it, dude. He'll be fine.
No, I've been saying the same thing. I know Volkanovski is former #1 pound for pound, but Taporia is legit. And I just think I brought up a stat on the show a while back. It was champions who lost by a first round knockout by a head kick, and they didn't have the greatest record. So I think that really affects them. That particular strike really affects guys. So I'm picking Taporia. That's my early prediction. I'm picking Taporia. And
I'm leaning that way too, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. Although I like Taporia, I just like Volkanovski more. I shook his hand once.
Y'all are wrong on all kinds of stuff. Volt's gonna win. Duplessis won. Easy. He's the king of Africa. Dude, he's
okay.
No, Nagano is the king of Africa.
He's the boxing king of Africa now.
No, he was. The PFL gave him the title. He's like the king of Africa or something.
Oh yeah, who's gonna fight him? Go to PFL and fight him. He needs a fight.
I don't think he'd sign the contract. He's scared.
Come on, Francis, do it up. This man is not gonna take you lightly like Tyson Fury.
Yeah, I'll go in there swinging for the fences. It's all or nothing in the first 2 minutes, boys.
Yeah, well, wasn't a guaranteed $5 million for his opponent or something like that? Or
$2 million. Yeah, $2 million.
Yeah,
I would stand there and let him punch me for $2 million.
You know what? Ngannou is a ranked boxer now. I think it's entirely plausible he doesn't even go back to cage fighting, because he's scheduled to fight Anthony Joshua now. So for a guy who made his debut against Tyson Fury, now fighting Joshua. I mean, usually in boxing, you work your way up to that tier of fighter. He's starting off against that tier of fighter, so I feel he's a boxer now.
Until he loses, until he gets hit. And if he doesn't get back out, he gets knocked out or something, he'll go back to MMA and say, hey, I'm an MMA fighter anyways.
I feel like there's something to say about him possibly not wanting to leave PFL hanging, too. I mean, they did give him a contract when no one else would at the time.
He gets $10 million just to fight anyone?
Yeah,
$10 million to fight Smiling Sam.
Let's go.
Hey, I don't know who else are gonna get. Like, who else is there? Having free agents or whatever. It's not that many.
Yeah.
You got anything, Ray?
No, I got nothing. I don't know why, but my brain isn't working today.
Yes, everyone at the show has dementia, Sam. So I don't.
Yeah, we literally.
Totally different in the White House.
What were you gonna say, Paul?
Sure.
Well, no, I've got just a couple more on 298, if that's cool with Sam.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so in the co-main, we got Robert Whitaker versus Paulo Costa. Who do you have there?
Taking Costa. Whitaker had the better career, will always have had the better career, but his time has passed, and Costa's big.
Yeah.
If you were fighting Costa, would you just as a gag send a bunch of wine to his room the night before? I would. It's a couple crates.
Couple crates and an ab roller.
And then also on that card, a welterweight matchup. We got Jeff Neal against the guy nobody really likes right now, Ian Gary. I'm hoping Jeff Neal knocks him out. What do you think?
So is everyone else. Ian Gary's supposed to win. UFC doesn't pick fights, or doesn't rig fights, but they know who's supposed to win. Ian Gary is supposed to win.
Do you think he will? Do you especially with all the drama and everything like that's been going on in his life? The guy's been through a lot, but he is still a top elite fighter. Do you think that's really gonna mess with him down the line here? Or?
No, it's so hard to make a fighter really worry about it. Everyone's talking about Strickland's mindset. Strickland didn't care. He was ready for action.
Yeah,
Ian Gary will be in there, and he won't care either.
I think everyone's blowing the Ian Gary thing up out of proportion a lot. I think
but Ian Gary keeps making it worse. The dude needs a publicist.
Yeah.
Good God, if you were to just say nothing, it'd be over already. Now every time he's tweets.
Yeah. That Ariel interview was awkward.
Oh, my goodness. He's making himself – and I met him once. He was at my first karate combat fight, he and his wife. And I didn't recognize him, so I just talked to he and his wife all week as if they were no one. And then I started piecing it together. Said, I think that guy's someone. But anyways, it was great. He and his wife, they were a wonderful couple. But, man, he is doing everything publicity-wise, making himself as unlikable as possible.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a third wheel guy just floating around too? You just wondering who that dude is? It's a nice couple. That other guy keeps lurking behind him. I don't know who that is.
He's just trainer. All right, time to stretch again. Stretch. Everyone stretch.
Make sure to take your vegan diet. Make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got one last one on 298. Is a banger of a matchup at bantamweight: Merab Dvalishvili versus Henry Cejudo. Who do you have there?
I'm taking Cejudo. When in doubt, bet on the better wrestler. I'm talking, my man.
Alvey wouldn't wrestle now.
Oh, that bomb. I'll be in there in a second. Sorry.
I'm not supposed to go on my knees, but her keeps on telling me.
I'll go get her.
I'm not allowed to.
Okay, I'll be in there. I'll stump her.
Sam will be taking care of it soon. Video will be. I want video of this so bad.
I think I'll be able to get it.
I like.
Follow my YouTube channel. That's where I post it. I'll post it.
What is the name? What's your YouTube channel, by the way?
It's Smiling Sam. Same as it's on my screen, I think. Or
yep.
Same as all my social media has Smiling Sam.
I love it.
Moss from the MMA hole says you have a fantastic smile. He wanted us to tell you that.
Oh, I love those MMA holes.
Yeah, they're great.
They're the best.
And they've given me some good tips on YouTubing too. So I'm very appreciative of them.
Yeah, and we need to ask them. We never have. They just found us, and we're like, oh, these guys seem like they're willing to be just narcissists on camera. We love them, yay! And we love Moss. So
we are good at that because we are fantastic. You're right. We are the best narcissist. You guys have anything else? We're going to let them kick this kid's ass.
Let's go, Sam. Get it, brother.
Oh,
let's do that. And we'll have you on closer.
All right, that sounds great.
We'll have you on closer to the next Karate Combat, brother.
All right, that sounds great, my friend. We'll do it again.
Thanks, champ.
Have a good night,
Absolutely.
dude.
Have a good one, fellas.